Good day, my wonderful SS2 learners. How has been your stay at home? I hope you're staying safe. Welcome to today's class. Our topic for today is respiratory system. And under this topic, we'll be talking about respiration, importance of energy to living organisms, types of respiration, types of respiratory surfaces, types of respiratory structures, conditions necessary for respiration to take place. Now, respiration. What is respiration? Respiration is defined as a process in living organism cells involving enzyme catalyzed chemical reactions in which food substances or glucose are broken down within the cell to release energy in the presence or absence of oxygen. In other words, respiration is the oxidation of food substances in the cell, particularly in the mitochondria, with the release of energy, chemical energy, adenosine triphosphate, carbon dioxide, and water in aerobic, or chemical aqua and water in anaerobic. Respiration is just all about release of energy, and this is done by chemical substance, the food substances we take into the body. What are the importance of energy to living organism? Without energy, living organism cannot carry out the day-to-day activities. 1. Energy is required for transportation of materials within the body. It is needed by animals for movement. It is required for the maintenance of body temperature with heat energy. Energy is required for reproduction. It is important in excretion in living organism. It helps to produce sound, e.g. speaking in human. 7. It helps to produce electrical charge for offense or defense as in cat, fish. Types of respiration. There are major types of respiration. These are aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration. This is a type of respiration which requires the presence of oxygen to break down glucose into water, carbon dioxide, and energy, which is adenosine triphosphate. So this kind of respiration is done in the presence of oxygen, and it breaks down glucose into carbon dioxide, water, and energy, that is adenosine triphosphate. Anaerobic respiration, on the other hand, is a type of respiration which does not require presence of oxygen to provide energy. During anaerobic respiration, glucose is broken down to yield carbon dioxide, aqua, and energy. Unlike in anaerobic, that glucose is broken down to yield carbon dioxide, water, and energy. But in anaerobic, unlike in aerobic, but in anaerobic, glucose is broken down to yield carbon dioxide, alcohol, which is ethanol, and energy, because it is in the absence of oxygen. Phases or stages of respiration. Respiration can take place in two phases. These are the external respiration, which is the breathing, and the internal respiration, which is the tissue respiration. Now, external respiration is defined as the exchange of gases between the environment and the respiratory organs of living organisms. Between the environment as the respiratory organ of living organism, depending on the animals. If it is human, if it is goat, they use their respiratory organ to respire. Okay, for instance, human makes use of their lungs through their nostrils. The air is being taken into their nostrils through their lungs. Now, that's the kind of external respiration. It's a respiration between the environment and the respiratory organs of living organisms. In other words, external respiration simply involves the breathing in of air or oxygen into the respiratory organs such as lungs, gills, otherwise called inspiration or otherwise called inspiration. That means breathing in or inhalation. When you talk about breathing out the carbon dioxide, it is called exhalation or expiration. On the other hand, internal or tissue respiration, this is defined as the oxidation of organic food substances within the cell, leading to the release of energy, carbon dioxide, and water. Internal tissue or cellular respiration can be represented by the equation. Glucose in the presence of water, glucose plus oxygen to yield 6 molecules of water, 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, and energy. The main purpose of respiration is to generate energy required by the body for various life processes. I said it earlier on. The main purpose of respiration is to generate energy so that you can carry out your day-to-day activities. Types of respiratory structures. 1. Body surfaces. Body surfacing. So some organism makes use of their body surfaces. Gases through the body surface is carried out by aquatic microorganisms using cell membrane as cell membrane. Some multicellular such as earthworm, toads, frogs carry out gaseous exchange through the lung, which is called continuous respiration. Now, cell membrane. Another respiratory structure is cell membrane. Microscopic aquatic organisms such as amoeba and paramecium has a specialized organ for respiration. Oxygen intake and expulsion of CO2 is by diffusion through the entire body. So they make use of the entire body for their respiration. Oxygen is needed for respiration. Oxygen needed for respiration is dissolved in water. So the oxygen needed for respiration is always dissolved in water. Now, types of respiratory surfaces, example, and the environment in which they function. Here we are, the cell membrane. Examples of organisms that make use of their cell membrane to respire are amoeba and paramecium, and they function in aquatic medium. And that one is gills. Gills, mollusks, fish, tadpoles, and crustaceans. Those are the examples of organisms that make use of gills to respire, and they function in aquatic medium also. The skin, we have the frog, toad, and earthworm. The third throat, aquatic or terrestrial, and earthworm's burrows. Tracheal in insect. Tracheal makes use of insect makes use of tracheal to respire, and they are found in terrestrial medium. We have the lungs. Examples of animals that make use of lungs to respire are reptiles, birds, and mammals, and they also function in terrestrial medium. Another one, we have the mouth, which is the buccal respiration, which is a frog and toad. They also make use of are also functioning terrestrial medium. We have stomata of the leaves. There are also stomata which is found in the leaves. Leaves makes use of stomata to respire, which are found in terrestrial medium as well, and lenticel stems, which are found in terrestrial medium as well. Now, conditions necessary for respiration. What are the things that must be available before respiration can take place? Respiratory medium, that means the medium in which the respiration is going to take place. Respiratory organs, the organs, depending on the animal. For human, it is the lungs. Respiratory organs, transport medium. What are the transport medium? Is it through blood or water? So transport medium. Ventilation, there must be enough ventilation. Respiratory surfaces, yes, there must be respiratory surfaces. Now, characteristics of respiratory surface. Respiratory surfaces must be moist because gases diffuse in solution through them. 2. It must be permeable to allow gases to pass in and out of them. 3. It must be thin-walled to shorten diffusion distance and make diffusion easier and faster. 4. It must have adequate supply of transport medium, e.g. blood. 5. It must have large surface area to aid easy diffusion of gases. 6. Respiratory areas must be highly vascularized, that is, equipped with capillaries or similar work to bring in or take away diffuse gases. Thank you for your time. If you still don't understand, let's meet in the discussion tab in the classroom. Thank you. Do have a wonderful day.